Go
SmackDown
ahead.
last Friday. You watched it? You did watch it, didn't you?
No, not last Friday. I didn't.
You
I was sick
didn't?
last Friday. Yes,
Oh,
I I felt like I didn't feel good last week at all.
did you? Was this
So
after we recorded last Thursday? You seemed fine. You didn't mention it.
Thursday was before Friday.
Yes. Well, there you go then.
Then I
Well, you probably caught my cold off me somehow. I mean, I've given it
maybe.
everybody else. I mean,
Okay, what happened on SmackDown?
well, I'd sort of assumed you'd seen it. So it's the debut of Tama Tonga, but instead of
Oh,
you not knowing what it is, we're going to watch it and then we're going to talk about it. So give us, well, for you, it'll be nothing. One sec. Okay, we're back. Right, we watched the segment so you know what you're saying. The first thing was, does Heyman wear a lot of makeup or is he just very jaundiced?
no, they wear a lot of makeup because he is like he's never even walked out in the sun. I mean, his face is so white he could light up a room. Just the
is,
face going in the room, there's lights all over the wall.
is he
But
translucent almost?
but yeah, he's really and he uses makeup and a lot of it. So what's the point of the makeup?
Just never,
You
never
just
break up. With all right,
I would hate to make like a 300-mile trip with you. We'd be so insane by the end of it. I said, oh, what the hell?
no,
But
just read
that was
song
a
lyrics.
good segment, and it was a good segment by not including Tonga in it because now people are not thinking about him, and so when he comes at the end with the hood on, for that brief about 5 seconds, you don't know who it is. Is it his brother?
Tama Tonga
But
is the son of Haku. So,
yeah, but I'm saying the people
oh, of course, yeah.
thinking they only know they've only seen the brother. Tonga's not even in their thoughts right now unless they'd read about it somewhere. But they did that good. They introduced him well in a segment that meant something. Now the storyline goes: who's in charge of it? Is it going to be Roman? Because I don't think the people know that Roman's gone right now.
Well, Solo Sikoa has taken the reins, so to speak. He is now the new head of the table.
What
Like
about The Rock?
well, that's the thing, really, because Roman Reigns has
Is,
gone, The Rock has gone as well. So now,
no,
just sort of
okay.
now a brand new
Now
chapter
it's
of the Bloodline.
yeah, it's another chapter. Now we got to watch to see how this unveils, and this changes everybody's dynamics within the family. Now Paul Heyman may not have such a strong influence over Solo, and we'll see that. It will all be new to me. It will all be new to everybody. And now Solo and Tonga taking it over. And they probably gave the brother some time off, let him go away. He's not going to be forgotten. But when they bring him back and they have time to think this out. And right when they need something for a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam, they're going to plug him back in and let's see if the car starts. And I think that was the only thing I fear is there's another brother out there too, right? Tonga and who?
Oh, I think Haku Tangaloa. I think Haku's got three.
Tonga Loa.
I think it's Tangaloa as well. I think Haku's got like 3 sons in wrestling at the moment.
Well, damn. How many can we have? All of them?
Why
Yeah,
not?
we can if we wanted to. But they're going to have to like, juggle these in a way that you're not like all of a sudden overcome with Samoans.
I mean, with wrestling, I mean, it's been overcome with Samoans for years. Do you remember years ago when, I mean, you won't do because you were in Puerto Rico at the time, but Rikishi turned bad guy on apparently ran over Steve Austin. It was a terrible storyline, it really was. and he said he ran over Steve Austin because the Island brothers, the Samoans and all that kind of thing, weren't getting a fair shake in wrestling. It's like, Samoans have like overachieved in wrestling like no other race. And the funny thing was, is like Yokozuna was champion just a few years earlier. How much bigger can you get? And The Rock's the biggest star.
Yeah.
How much bigger can you get? So anyway.
Well, he said they're not getting their worth.
Well, yeah, apparently so.
They've been stepped over. No, they stepped over a lot of people. And it started with Afa and Sika. They were the first Samoans. And I met them actually right when I got into business. But if you see, Sika looks a lot, Sika looks, I think, meaner than Afa, right?
Mm-hmm.
He looks a lot rougher. But they're, when you talk to them, just as nice as they can be. So.
Did you ever see High Chief Peter Maivia wrestle? Or
I never saw him wrestle. Never met him either. I would just seen pictures of him.
I'm just looking at Sika now. Yeah, I think you might be right. The only other thing I'll mention is I think it's funny that Paul Heyman tries to call Roman Reigns as if Roman Reigns has no other way of finding out. Like he's on a desert island with one.
Like he doesn't have a TV.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have a TV with cable. He's in a room or he's at home. He's not watching it.
He's got a hardwired line.
Yeah, and he's not reading about it out the yin yang since that happened. But he was going to call him. Was that what it was supposed to be? He was on the phone to him?
Yeah. Call Roman Reigns.
Okay, so now if he's not in charge of the bloodline, I mean, that's self-explanatory. When he comes back, should be a big deal.
Babyface?
Oh, he'll be a babyface, but you got to watch out. And actually, I think they're going to make, if they make anybody babyface first, I guess it should be Roman. Because look at The Rock. He's got all this time that he missed in wrestling. Now he's got to come back. It's got to play out somewhere. So he's got to have some time to make his run very, very successful, and it will be. So, and I think the people they already respect Roman a lot. And it's kind of odd that the fans respect a heel character like they respect him. And it'd be very easy because you got these two guys, they're coming up. They didn't pay their dues like, Roman did. And they were there watching him pay the dues and all this. And I mean, this will be a story. It's a textbook story already. And it's had time to play out. People's had time to think about it. And I think now you'll even have people who don't even follow wrestling could tell you the story. That's what good fairy tales do. You may not be a fairy tale fan, but after you've heard it and it's built up so much that you'll end up knowing the story yourself. That's what they've done here. And it's been done. I put this on a tweet. It's been retweeted. It's a textbook story. And they have booked this like it would tell you to. And if there was a book about wrestling written, they would tell you to write the story exactly like they've written it. Maybe not exactly, but in the same way. Because they got their heels over, and the heels got the other heels over that just joined them. And they were just over because of osmosis. You like that word? Osmosis is just by associating with the bad guys. So they were automatically bad guys. So I really like the way they did this.